Okay, let's get this party started. So we've got feet shoulder distance apart. We've got a round spine to roll back with the arms extended straight out in front. When you tuck the ball under, I want you to dig your feet into the ground without letting the shoulders lift, and make sure that you're on a full breath. So it's inhale at start, exhale to roll back, belly button to pause at that bottom point, which is a half roll back. Exhale to straighten out, tall spine for me, dropping those shoulders and dropping the lats. You have to make sure that the ball is only moving very, very, very little bit. Keep it going for 10. Let's add. Roll back, breathe out, drop your shoulders. Open the arms out, not to where you can't see them. Roll back up and straighten the spine. Now, look what I'm doing. I'm tucking the ball underneath me, and I'm not pushing my neck forward when I open my arms out to the side, which is really tough. As you breathe out, you're taking it back, you're taking a pause at the bottom to open those arms, still seeing the thumbs, and then rounding the spine and sitting up tall. A change of position means we're going shoulders over hands. I've got a flat spine. I'm hinging. So I'm pressing my knees right down into that ball. I'm not leaning any more forward than when I've got my shoulders over my hands. So I've got a brick wall in front of my shoulders. I'm dragging the knees in with a flat spine, and then I'm extending those legs straight out behind me. Exhale, I'm pulling it in, steady and pause, hold, and then exhale and extend it back, straight. Now I have the legs extended on the ball, and the most important thing when you do this is to check that you are centered. So we're not going to lean forward with the shoulders. We're going to drop the knees towards the ground without rounding the spine. Nowhere do I round the back. I'm keeping a flat spine. I'm taking the breath out to drag it in, and then I'm extending straight. When you extend straight, it's almost out into plank. Don't hold your breath. You won't last. You'll go purple. All right? Steady, shoulders away from your ears all the time. This is a change of position, especially from the normal hip press and hip roll or pelvic tilt. I want you to have one leg pushing down into the ground, the other leg pushing down into the ball. Can you have 80% of the pressure in the foot that's on the ball instead of on the ground, on the mat, okay? So I want you to hold those hips. And the reason why I'm asking you to do that is so that you don't arch your back. Pull your belly button down into your core and maintain that power through the core. As you carry on, do about 5 or 6 and then change the dynamic to have the body weight in the leg that's actually on the ground, which is a whole nother ball game, all right? So you're going to do 5 with the main pressure with the foot on the ball, and then 5 with the main pressure on the foot on the ground, and then we're going to change so that you've got the other leg on the ball. Now we change, hands down with the palms facing up. 45 degrees with those arms. Right leg at 90. You need to press down into the ball as you pelvic press. So it's straight up from those glutes and then come back down. Obviously now all the pressure is in the leg that is on the ball. You will want to push the ball away from you. Don't push it away from you. Keep it towards you. Exhale as you press up into that hamstring, and then inhale as you come back down. Don't forget the other side just now. We've got the ball between the feet and we've got the spine in an imprint, which means that I'm rounding my lower back. I know it doesn't look like it, but I actually am. I'm rounding my belly button downwards. And at the same time I'm doing that, I'm picking my chest up. So I've got my upper spine pushing up and I've got my lower spine pulling down. I'm digging my elbows into the ground. I'm taking that exhale as that ball reaches away, and then I'm smoothly pulling it back towards me. What I am doing is focusing on not letting my lower back lift, and I'm taking that long breath out when the legs move away from me. Now I'm adding the dynamic. I'm straightening out the legs, but I'm not dropping them to the ground. And then I'm pulling back. So I'm getting a lot of hip flexor work here. I'm lengthening them out at a 45-degree angle and then pulling them back towards me. This is excellent for control because you gain strength with your belly button and your hip flexors when you lengthen up, but you don't drop it to the ground. So I want you to tilt your pelvis towards your nose, and I want you to lengthen as straight as possible on the exhale, and then inhale to bend. When you roll back here, we've got bent knees on both sides. I want you to give me that pause, and that pause is difficult because that foot wants to move the ball forward. Keep the ball still, drop the shoulders, gain your breath. I need an exhale on the way back, an inhale to pause, keep the feet and the legs steady, and then an exhale to round the spine as you come forward. I need a rounded back every single repetition. Again, remember to change onto the other leg. Now we flip it on its head. Now we go straight with the leg on the ball in a half roll back position. We raise those arms up a little bit straighter. We take a round back to pause and hold it there. Tons of core. And then we round and come forward. So it's an inhale, then an exhale to roll it back, and you're not going to move your foot from the ball. And then you're going to come forward. The hardest part is getting those shoulders down the back. Additionally, keeping the straight legs straight. You don't want to lift the feet. You don't want to lift the legs. And you're going to burn as you don't cheat. Exhale on the way back. Inhale on the pause. Exhale on the way forward for me.